right, Scott, you're back. It's movie Warzone singles times again. You're playing against one Anthony Tisdall. Some people say that he's the most handsome man in the leagues. I would disagree with that. I would say one Scott Harvey is, because brains is the most attractive feature that you can have.
Well, thank you. This is why I brought you in to butter me up, obviously, before this match. But no, I'm excited to play Anthony. I guess this is like an old-fashioned baseball game because you have two managers playing, right? It's not something that happens anymore in baseball, but back in the day it did. But yeah, happy to face my fellow manager. He's a great guy, so it should be a nice civil match. But I'm hoping to make some noise in singles this year. Teams is a little bit up in the air now, as people will probably have seen by the time this match comes out. So I'm hoping that I can, make up some ground in singles because my record isn't quite where I want it to be.
Yeah, we're gonna bump up those numbers. Like we're gonna bump up the wins in the Club Dread category. So best of luck to you, Anthony. Hopefully more luck to this guy.
Good luck, Anthony.
And I brought this, which looks surprisingly like a briefcase. Do you know what that means? It means it's business time. And when it's business time, that means you get down and you're here to fuck shit up. So taking Scott's idea, we want you to be more like player manager Bill Russell and not player manager Pete Rose, because we want to make sure that you don't get stricken down with terrible restrictions on how it is you live the rest of your life. But that being said, how are you feeling about today, bud?
I mean, I'm excited to play Scott. Don't think I've ever played Scott one-on-one. I like Scott. He's super nice. He's such a good dude, and you get the manager battle. So I'm hoping that he struggles as much as I plan on struggling, so that because I'm not the top tier player. That's what you're here for. I mean, Bar's there as well. I appreciate him saying that I am very handsome. Thank you. I agree. But yes, if brains are better, then Scott is a better looking person than me. I will say that.
I disagree. Don't let him butter you up too much, because then you're just rolling down a hill and all kinds of other metaphors just sort of coexist here. But
I'm rolling down that hill, but I am ready to roll. That is true.
Let's go, buddy.
All right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Multiplex Movie Warzone. We've got a great match for you today. We've got Mr. Scott Harvey versus Anthony Tisdall. I am Cameron Holzman. On the desk with me, we have got Mr. Payson Johnson. Payson, thoughts about today's match?
The players said it themselves. It is a manager versus manager match. We have Fun DMC versus Club Dread. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. As we learned in the promos, Anthony is good looking apparently, and Scott is smart and nice. I don't know how any of those things attribute to movie trivia, but I guess we're about to find out.
I think both of these two are very attractive and very smart.
All right, well, let's cut this conversation off and bring our competitors as we get into round number one. Round number one is going to work like this. You're going to get 8 different questions in 8 different categories. You'll have about 15 seconds to write your answer down on your board. If you get the question right, you will get a point. If not, you will not get a point. If you get all 8 questions correct, you will be issued a bonus question, also worth 1 point. Reminder to both competitors that you have 3 repeats and a challenge to use throughout the match. Any questions before we get going?
No.
Let's do it.
Good luck, Scott.
All right. I would hope you know the rules by now, as you are both managers. As we get into your first question, which will be in the category of comedy. What is the title of the second film in which Rowan Atkinson played the role of Mr. Bean?
What is your favorite type of bean?
Oh, jelly?
Jelly bean. Jelly.
I have no other. I can't name a single other type of bean. 5,
jelly bean. Let's go.
4, 3,
Goya.
2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Anthony.
I'm not British. Mr. Bean's Holiday.
And Scott.
Mr. Bean's Holiday.
Both are correct.
Wait, seriously? Oh shit.
Your second question will be coming to you in the category of horror. Arachnophobia is set in what West Coast U.S. state? Do you have any phobias, Cameron Holtzman?
I'm afraid of commitment.
Wow.
Losing.
That's sad. I feel bad
my
for
full potential. 5.
Am I allowed to name?
Also sharks. 3, 2, 1. Hands down. We'll go to Scott.
Not going to overthink it. I said California.
And Anthony,
I may have overthought it. I said Washington.
you overthought it. It's California.
God damn it.
As we get into question number 3, which will come in the category of directors. Who made their directorial debut with the 1981 film Thief? Have you made your directorial debut yet, Payson?
I did, and in that directorial debut, I was a thief, and I stole some pork chops.
I'm fine. I don't know how to respond to that. 4,
First
3,
thing that came to mind.
2, 1. Pens down, Anthony.
Yeah.
We will go to Anthony.
I attempt to write Mars Proceeds.
That would not have been correct anyways.
Oh, I
Scott.
forgot.
Just celebrated his 79th birthday, Michael Mann.
Michael Mann is correct.
All right, your fourth question will be coming to you in the category of romance. What 1960s film is about a Russian physician who has an affair with the wife of a political activist during World War I? Okay, I did not know this. Did you know that Michael Mann fans call themselves mansplainers?
I don't believe you.
I didn't believe it myself, but apparently they do.
Follow Michael Mann Facts on Twitter.
Great Twitter. Great.
4, 3,
Great.
2, 1. Pens down. Scott. Hello there, cat.
Oh,
Is that Dr. Zhivago?
And Anthony.
No idea. No,
Dr. Zhivago is correct.
I have a cat.
All right. Question number 5 will come in the category of recent releases. In Minari, the Yi family's youngest member, David, has a health condition that affects which of his organs? I didn't see this one.
it's a great movie. It's a great movie.
My mom really likes Ye Jin Young's Oscar speech where she's just like fawning over Brad Pitt.
Where
because
she
it's a
wants
great
to get
speech.
Brad Pitt.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Anthony
It says Heart.
and Scott.
Heart.
Both correct.
Your sixth question will be coming to you in the category of sci-fi fantasy. Who plays Defense Secretary Jessica Delacourt in Elysium? I gotta say, Cameron, Jessica Delacourt, that's a stupid name.
That's very rude.
Specifically the last name, I just want to be clear. The last name Delacourt,
I feel like there's some famous person with that last name, and I'm not getting the reference. 5,
no.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Scott
I will never get a perfect round. I said Tilda Swinton.
and Anthony.
I guess Jessica Chastain.
Scott is correct that he will not get a perfect round. The answer is Jodie Foster.
Oh,
As we get to your penultimate question, the category of 1970s. In Kramer versus Kramer, what industry does Ted Kramer work in?
Okay. Real talk. Cosmo Kramer versus Chaz Kramer. Who wins in a fight?
I only know who one of those two people is.
I'm guessing the Fandom one.
No,
Constantine?
what?
Constantine?
Why? Oh, Shia LaBeouf. Was it 5,
Let's go.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Anthony
Advertising.
and Scott.
I said insurance.
Advertising is correct.
Nice.
Digesting cinema.
All right, and your final question will be coming to you in the category of scores and soundtracks.
Well, sure.
Who composed the score for Parenthood?
Okay.
Parenthood, that movie that I can relate to so much because I have no children.
That you know of course.
No, I'm confident I have no
Fair.
children.
You know what? That's fair.
Fine.
That's fair. I know you.
4, 3, 2,
We're
1.
stopping. We're stopping.
Pens down. We will go to Scott
Danny Elfman?
and Anthony.
I named a composer, Alexander Desplat.
Both incorrect. Looking for Randy Newman.
Oh.
Andy Newman. So at the end of round number 1, I have the score Scott with 5, Anthony with 3. Is that what you have, Payson?
Oh, that is exactly what I have.
All right, then we will get into round number 2. Round number 2 is our wheel round. We will bring up the lovely wheel from wheeltoside.com. The wheel has 8 different categories on it, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Our competitor in the lead will get to choose whether they would like to spin first or defer, whichever person spins. If they like what they get on their first spin, they can spin again unless they land on opponent's choice. But they will be stuck with whatever they get on their second spin. They will be given 5 questions in whatever category they get, each worth 2 points apiece, or they can go to multiple choice for 1 point, but stealing is available. The categories on the wheel today are 21st century director filmography, Anna Faris, comic book movies, romantic comedies, Abby Quinn, classic Universal monsters, westerns, and 1980s, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. So we will bring in the manager's manager, Mr. Andrew Barr, to decide whether you would like to spin first or defer.
Scott, I think you know what to do here.
Boots with defer.
You love to hear it.
Gosh.
Love to bring a manager into
Robert for Anthony's first spin.
I love to hear that joke circa 2008.
And your first spin will land on comic book movies. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
What do you think?
There are too many things on this wheel that I want to avoid. I think this is probably one of my better options, so I think I should keep this one.
I think 2-point game. I think you can afford. Well, I mean, you don't want to afford another spin. I mean, you could afford to take a category you're not as strong in necessarily.
I think I'll take this one.
Okay,
let's stick with it.
You got it.
All right, taking comic book movies. Payson, would you like to read Anthony his questions in the category of comic book movies?
Absolutely. Anthony, your first question in the category of comic book movies. In 2019's Hellboy, we first see Hellboy in Tijuana looking for a partner who has been turned into what kind of monster?
Werewolf.
That is unfortunately incorrect, Scott. A chance for a 2-point steal.
Vampire?
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. In Blade 2, what are the mutated vampires who feed on other vampires referred to as?
Reapers.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. Who played Alfred in 1989's Batman?
Michael Go.
That is correct for 2 points. Your penultimate question in the category of comic book movies. In what comic book movie will you find the characters Mina Harker, Rodney Skinner, Tom Sawyer, and James Moriarty?
Goddamn. The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Goddamn is right, but that is correct for 2 points.
Hey, 8-year-old me thought that was the greatest movie ever made.
Yeah, 8-year-old people. That's a great movie. 8.
And your final question. Who voices Dr. Olivia Octavius in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse?
Catherine Hahn.
And that is correct for 2 points.
So at the end of Anthony's turn, I have Anthony getting up to 11, Scott at 7. Is that what you have, Payson?
That is what I have.
All right, so we'll bring in the wheel and Mr. Barr for Scott's first spin. Your first spin is away.
Scott, do you think we should challenge how easy those questions were?
Or
that we can't
I think we should challenge it. He got a Del Toro question.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I would
I'll spin
again.
I'll spin again.
Hellboy. That's not even.
Blade 2. I'll spin again. Yeah.
All right.
Fandom Park.
I'm not playing. I don't need to know things today. You land on the category of the 1980s.
Okay.
All right.
Just remember you have multiple choice. We're only down by a few points. So, yeah.
Right.
All right, and Scott, I will be giving you your questions in the category of the 1980s. Your first question. In The Untouchables, the group does their first successful liquor raid in what type of establishment?
Bank.
That is incorrect, Anthony, for a 2-point steal. Five, four, three,
A bus station.
one. That is also incorrect. We were looking for a post office.
Ah,
It's really hard to tell what it is, but yeah.
Correct answer. Your second question. At the end of 16 Candles, what does Jake give Sam along with a birthday cake before they share their first kiss?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, her underwear, B, a mixtape, C, a rose, or D, Ted's glasses.
Repeat the question.
Absolutely. That is your first repeat. At the end of 16 Candles, what does Jake give Sam along with a birthday cake before they share their first kiss? And your options are A, her underwear, B, a mixtape, C, a rose, or D, Ted's glasses.
D.
D is incorrect, Anthony, for the 1-point steal. Your options are A, her underwear, B, a mixtape, C, a rose, or D, Ted's glasses.
Between two. Well, I know this was a major part of the movie, so let's go with her underwear.
That is correct for a 1-point steal.
Overthought it.
Who plays Sheriff Will Teasel in First Blood? Five,
Richard Crenna.
3. That is incorrect, Anthony, for a 2-point steal.
Brian Dennehy?
That is correct for a big 2 points. So we get into your fourth question, Scott. In Stand By Me, it is revealed that Chris stole what from his father before the boys went on their search?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, his wallet, B, a gun, C, cigarettes, or D, a watch.
A gun.
That is correct for 1 point. And your final question. Who plays Father Stephen Freeling in 1982's Poltergeist?
Tom Skerritt.
That is incorrect, Anthony, for a 2-point steal.
Craig T. Nelson.
That is correct for 2 points. So at the end of round number 2, I have Anthony at 16, Scott at 8. Is that what you have, Payson?
That is what I have, Cameron.
All right, so we're going to get into round number 3. Round number 3, as always, is our Pick Your Poison round. Our competitors are going to get to choose what they want for their 1, 2, 3, and 4-point questions. The categories that they can choose from today are Oscars, horror, action-adventure, musicals, sports, coming-of-age/teen, classics, and mystery thrillers. So we will let our competitors pick what they want for their 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we will be right back. And we are back. Our competitors have had the chance to choose what they want for their 1, 2, 3, and 4-point questions. Anthony has chosen his 1 in musicals, his 2 in sports, his 3 in action-adventure, and his 4 in horror, where Scott has chosen his 1 in classics, his 2 in mystery thriller, his 3 in coming-of-age/teen, and his 4 in Oscars. We will start with Scott as he is behind, and he will be answering questions until either he has caught up or he has been mathematically eliminated. So Payson, take it away.
All right, Scott, your 1-pointer in the category of classics. Help and A Hard Day's Night center around what real-life band?
The Beatles.
I am the Walrus. That is correct.
Googajoob.
You got it. Oh, you got me, John. Okay. All right, I'll stop that. You're a 2-pointer in the category of thriller. Who plays Detective Remy Brescent in Gone, Baby Gone?
Morgan Freeman.
That is unfortunately incorrect. We were looking for Ed Harris.
So Scott does need to hit both his 3 and his 4 in order to tie the game.
All right, Scott, your 3-pointer in the category of coming of age / teen. What specifically does Jason Bateman's character do for a living in Juno?
Five,
Repeat the question.
3.
That's your second repeat. What specifically does Jason Bateman's character do for a living in Juno?
Five, 4,
I should know it, but a musician.
1. And your winner by way of technical knockout, Anthony Tisdall. We were looking for specifically, he writes jingles. He is a jingle writer. We did need specificity. So with that, we will be going into post-match interviews, starting with our unfortunate second place finisher, Scott. Scott, I think just the wheel, the questions in 80s were not in your favor, and that's kind of what did you in. But round 1, you did pretty well. Yeah, just the wheel reared its ugly head. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's probably a good thing I'm a manager now because that was the worst match I've ever played for sure. I picked the wrong actor 3 different times in this match, and obviously that really hurt me. I should have played smarter. I should have gone to multiple on some of those. But credit to Anthony, he got those steals. That was obviously huge. I didn't play a very smart match. I was in control. I had a good lead after round 1, and it all just sort of fell apart after that. So I'm disappointed. Also, the Untouchables, I was between 2. It's stupid of me because it's one of my favorite movies. Juno, also, I love that movie. I just psyched myself out tonight. So it is what it is. I don't know when I'll be back, but
Yeah, look, Anthony played a great game. Anthony just happened to get a category that worked better for him than it did for us. But first of all, back then, banks and post office looked exactly the same. Every building looked exactly the same.
Well, they look at the sign. They look at the sign on the door next to the door, and I could not remember what was on the sign, so I was just trying to envision.
Don't worry about it.
At the scene, the place.
I also thought you had Ed Harris correct. There's like 4 detectives in there. So
there's 2 detectives. Yeah, again, that's
yeah.
the wrong actor.
So it happens, Scott. Don't worry about it. We all know that you're a great player. Anyone who looks at your track record knows that this was just a bad game. And we've all had them. I had one recently. Everyone does. So we're not going to worry about this too much. We're going to get a milkshake. We're going to eat some fries. Probably dip those fries in the milkshake. We're going to feel better after this. We're going to come back stronger and harder than ever.
Yeah, absolutely. Odds are we will not be seeing you again until the tournament probably for this year. Are there any people you want to meet up with in said tournament?
No, it's probably going to be a low seed at this point, so I'm just happy to be in the tournament, so I'll play whoever I face.
All right, well, we will say goodbye to Scott and Bar, and we will bring in our winner today, Anthony. Anthony, that was a really well done comeback. You were down 2 points in round 1, and then just getting those steals and working your way through comic book movies. How are you feeling?
I mean, always feels good to get a win. Sometimes it is a little bit of the luck of the wheel. Comic book movies, I kind of watch a lot of them. I mean, I'm perfectly fine missing the 2019 Hellboy question.
Yes.
The rest,
yeah,
they're in my alley. And then the 80s, I mean, the movies that were there weren't Scott's alley. They were mine. There are a bunch of movies that I enjoy and I've seen a couple times. So the questions just didn't go for him, went a little better for me, and it helped me out because Scott is a really, really good player. And this does not showcase how good of a player he is. It's a little bit lucky for me on what the questions were, but I will take it. I'll take the win however I can get it at this point. So, but yeah, I'm happy about it. I didn't have to answer round 3, so that makes my life a little easier because I was getting very nervous because I was going to choke.
The irony of this match is that Anthony couldn't get the Michael Mann thief question, but he was stealing all over this goddamn match. Holy crap. It was awesome. Our mental connection was almost there. The only one that I had that you didn't grasp was the post office one, but every other one you pulled like it was out of my head into your head, which was awesome. Anthony was great today. This is one of the better matches I've ever seen him play. I'm very excited to be here managing him for it. 4-2, buddy. You might be a high seed going forward, man.
Don't know how. I'll get better at round 1 at some point.
Maybe.
At some point.
Yeah, I am not sure when we will see you next, but are there any people you would like to face moving forwards?
I don't have anyone in mind. As long as it's not anyone from my faction, I'm usually pretty happy about that. There's a lot of people I don't want to face, but that's because they're good. So mid-level.
And so are you.
All right, well, we will say goodbye to Robert and Anthony as we go to final thoughts on the desk. Payson.
Yeah, sometimes the questions go your way, sometimes they just don't. And I think we saw both examples of that tonight. Anthony played a great game. Scott, once again, there's just the questions didn't go his game, but I know both these guys are great players, and I know they're going to come back even stronger next match.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been said before, and it will be said again. The wheel giveth and the wheel taketh away, and I think today was just another example of that. But with that being said, we are going to get out of here. So I have been Cameron Holzman, and on behalf of Payson Johnson, Scott Harvey, Andrew Barr, Anthony Tisdall, and Robert Kastner, thank you all for watching. This has been Movie Warzone. Have a good whatever time it is you're watching this.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
It would take a miracle. Bye-bye.